don't get me wrong, I really love to eat, and a lot of the time I don't really think about it. I'm very notorious for just eating a sweet and then being really sad after it's done because I just gobbled it all up. So today in mindfulness, what we're going to do is we're going to practice some mindful eating. So this can be done with anything. The reason why I like this activity is because eating is something we do every day. It's something that we're so used to just doing, but not really focusing on what's happening with the food right in that moment. We often eat something and then we're just don't even think about it anymore, so that we just keep eating more and more. So the purpose of this activity is to be mindful of our senses. So the sense that we're focusing on with eating is our sense of taste as well as smell, but you can also do some other activities with food that deal with your other senses, but we'll just focus on our taste and smell. With this activity, you're going to need a piece of food. Let's start with something that you like. So I like chocolate chips. I like this one because it doesn't, takes a little bit to dissolve in your mouth. And with this one, you're really going to focus on it. You're not just going to chew and swallow. So go find something, maybe pause the video, go find something that you really like, and then we can start this. So what you're going to do is you are going to take the piece of food, make sure you've washed your hands when you grab it because you're going to be holding it for a little bit of time, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take the piece of food and you're just going to look at it. You're going to look to see if there's anything maybe a little abnormal. Is there any bumps? Is there anything different about this? How does it feel in your hand? You can even close your eyes and really focus on how it feels. Is it soft? Is it bumpy? Just really focus on that one piece of food you have in your hand. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to close your eyes and you're going to smell it. You're going to think about the smell. You're not just going to say, oh, it's a chocolate chip. It smells like chocolate. What you're going to do is you're going to think of, what does that food remind me of? Does it remind me of any happy memories? What kind of things does this remind me of? Not just what it is, but other things. Really trying to be mindful of that one item in front of you. Then what you're going to do is you are going to put the item in your mouth, but don't bite it. With the item, you're going to just leave it on your tongue, not moving it around, and just feel, really focus on how that feels in your mouth. Focusing on those senses. What does it taste like? What does it feel like? What's happening with it? If your mind starts to wander onto something else, focus back on the piece of food in your mouth. Then start to move it around with your tongue. What's happening to it? How does it feel? Make sure you're focusing right on the item that you put in your mouth. It might have dissolved. It might still be there. If it's still there, slowly bite on the item in your mouth. But don't swallow it yet. After a few bites, once it's chewed enough, you may swallow it, still keeping your eyes closed, focusing on what that item tasted like and how it made you feel and what it made you think about. So really with this, we often just take whatever food and chew it and swallow it. I don't expect you to do this for every food, for every bite. It does take a while, but the purpose of this is to really focus for just a moment on what we're eating. that can help so many things. It can help you to really be grateful for the food that you're eating. It can be something that helps ground you in the moment, to be mindful, to be calm. After you do this activity, you can even write, draw, color, or just ponder or think about how this made you feel. What did you like about it? What was different about it than regularly eating that item? So kind of just reflect, think about it. How did that make you think and feel? And I hope you enjoy this activity. You can do this with any item. You can do it while you're just eating. You don't even have to watch the video. I often do this just by popping it in my mouth and just taking a couple more seconds and kind of doing that just more quickly, just so that I can really remember to be mindful and not just to eat so quickly all the time. So keep doing what you're doing, being mindful.